Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Amy McDonald here, yoga business coach. I'm here today to do some free training for you about how to grow your yoga biz. I'm going to be here all week at this time. So I'm going to have super fun with all of you. You know, one of the things that I'm so grateful for in my life is that there is so much yoga that I can go enjoy. I have been doing yoga since I was 8 years old. And I was thinking about this in the car yesterday, and it's fair to say that yoga has saved my life for real on numerous occasions. You know, from the big stuff to the just that I handled that situation better and I didn't lose my cool with that person. You know, yoga saves us and saves us and saves us. And so how fortunate am I that there are so many of you out there doing what you do so that people like me can get to your classes. Hey Sam, good to see you here. And so these trainings that I'm going to be offering over the week are really just some tips and some pointers that are going to help you to grow your yoga business so that you can keep doing the really important work that you are doing. Allison's here as well. Good to see you here, Allison. Yay! I'm also going to be talking to you today, not yet, later, about a masterclass that's coming up on Sunday. If you are looking to create abundance over the holidays, you want to join this masterclass. I hear from a lot of yoga teachers that they freak out because the holidays come and everything just goes to pot. Everything turns to shit, really. And people, you know, the bank balance plummets, or the fear of I can't take time with my family because I have to be working, and all of this sort of stuff happens. So I'm going to be offering a masterclass on that very topic coming up on my Sunday, which, anyway, you can find out about it here. I'll talk more about it at the end. Let's not talk too much about that right now. Today, I want to talk about a topic that was suggested by Katie Beach. Let's see, Katie, if I can tag you in here. No, I can't. Oh, maybe. No, I can't. I'll take you later. So Katie Beach, Katie posted a comment to me that she would like some training on how to build your yoga business mailing list. So I'm going to talk about that today. I've got a bunch of points that I'm going to share with you, and I hope that's useful. Everyone who's joining me live here, or if you're catching this on the replay, like I said, I'm going to be doing one of these trainings every day this week. So if there is a particular topic that you're interested in, if I can help you with something in particular that's coming up for you and your yoga business, please just type it into the comments here and I'll put it into the schedule. My preference always is to offer training that is in service to you and what it is that you need, rather than just randomly come up with my own ideas. So today we have Katie Beach to be thankful for, who proposed the topic, how to grow your yoga mailing list. So I've got to start with a little bit of the why part. So I think one of the things sometimes where we can get distracted as business owners is in the busy work and just thinking about all the things that have to get done without actually thinking about, well, what does this mean longer term in my business? How is this actually going to get me closer to where I want to be in deeper service, to reach more people in my community, to hone my skills, to generate more reliability in the work that I do? And we can just think there's all of this stuff that I have to do, and so I'm just going to put it all on a list and mildly freak out with yoga business chittavritti. So we are here today to talk about chittavritti nirodha, the cessations of the abundant yoga business owners, fluctuations of the business mind. I'm paraphrasing somewhat. Thanks, Patanjali. Hashtag Patanjali. And I think this one can sometimes be of that nature. How do I get more people on my mailing list? How do I get more followers on Instagram? How do I get more likes on Facebook? All of this sort of stuff. Now, unless the people that are joining you on any of those platforms are your people, it can be a whole lot of busy work that's not actually going to help you be in greater service and grow your yoga business. So let's get clear that growing a yoga mailing list is only valuable to you if the people on your mailing list are interested in what you have to offer, are able to get to where it is that you offer your stuff, right? So if you're looking for people to come to your local yoga classes, you probably want people who are local to be on your mailing list and are the sorts of people who are going to like getting email from you, open the email, read the email, click the link, go buy something. That's what makes valuable members of your email list. They've got to be into what you're about. They've got to be able to get to what you're offering, and they have to engage with your content. So simply growing the numbers isn't enough. I could have 100,000 people on my mailing list, but if only 6 of them opened and one was my sister and one was my mother, there's not a whole lot of value to my business in those stats. So we always want to be thinking about, in online marketing, digital marketing, we call this quality leads, or in sales, we call it quality leads. People who are actually interested in what you got. They kind of, might actually come along, and they're not just going to like unsubscribe or spam, put you into their spam folder when you send them email. So keep that in mind. So having said that, Dolores, have I said hello to you yet? Hello? Okay, so having said all of that, a little bit of context for Katie's question. If we have the requirements, if we have the crummer that they have to have those 3 things: be interested in what you got, be available to get to where you are, and engage beautifully with your content, aka buy something. Let's take it to the next level. How do you find those people? So here is my number 1 way to find those people, and then I've got some hacks. So this is the real deal way, and then there's some other supplementary ways. If you've just joined us, we're talking about how to grow your yoga business mailing list. Thanks to Katie Beach. Awesome topic. The best way to get people to like what you're about, be near where you are, and engage with your content is to meet them in person, right? Think about it. Think about how much content everybody consumes all the time. How many emails did you get yesterday? It's kind of terrifying, right? And I'm just talking about your primary folder, let alone all the stuff that got into social, all the stuff that got into your promotions tab, and all the stuff that you didn't even see because it went straight to junk. A lot of emails. Then, if you like consuming social media, how much time did you spend on Instagram? How much time did you noodle around on Facebook? How much time did you noodle around on Facebook telling yourself it was business related? I'm just saying. We consume a whole bunch of content, and even the stuff that's good is less engaging if you haven't actually made a strong connection with the person who is sending it. Like, think about the emails that you didn't read yesterday versus the emails that you did read. Whose did you open, and who's still sitting there unopened, or have you actually deleted? So if you're looking for, like I said, quality leads, i.e. potential students who want what you have, meeting them in person is the most powerful way that you can ensure that they fulfill those 3 really important categories. How do you do that? Well, the good news is there are a ton of ways that you can do that. And they get to be joyful, and they get to be what you like to do. Some of us, like me, radical introvert, highly sensitive person, need like a 2-day detox if I've been out past 10 p.m. And I'm not kidding. That is not Amy hyperbole. That is just my life. So going out and doing networking events can feel kind of depleting to me. Going to get a woot woot from Sam Seegers. I know you know what I'm talking about. I think, Alison, you might be a little bit the same too. So my point is, yes, getting out in front of people is the best way that you can build your email list, but please know that you get to do that in a way that feels good to you. So for example, do you have like a yoga festival in your town? Could you go teach one class there, and everybody who finishes doing your free class signs up to your mailing list at the end? Could you do an in-store session? A former client of mine, she was fantastic at the in-store things. She taught, hey Sarah, she taught yoga for runners, and she would do an in-store, come and try a yoga thing at her like local sports shoe situation. I've never been to such an establishment, as you can probably guess. It's not weird. People exercise with shoes on. Bizarre. But that really worked for her, and she enjoyed doing it. Maybe you like small group things. Maybe you like the idea of partnering with someone. Another one of my clients, she just taught their yoga classes at someone else's weekend retreat. So she just showed up and taught 2 one-hour classes, and then she was hands off. And all of the people who were on the retreat, they met her for the first time, and they got to know what she was about. So getting out in front of people, meeting people in person, is a very powerful way to get people to sign up to your mailing list. Can you teach a community class at Lululemon? I've only done it once, and I had so much fun. I mean, they pay you in pants, but that's all right. It costs about $1 million for a pair. No, it doesn't really. It's great. It's great gear, Lululemon. Jay, Lululemon Bolo, we love it. But you get my point. It's not, you don't go there to make bank. You go there to make connections. You go there to build rapport. So do you have a Sweaty Betty? Do you have a Lululemon? Could you get yourself on their, what do you call it? Like a hair of the dog Sunday morning free community class or whatever. Those sorts of opportunities. Another one of my clients, she is fantastic at the vendor table. The Women's Wellness Weekend fundraiser something where she has a vendor table. Or you know, the Women in Business networking brunch. Can you do a keynote about how to take care for yourself, plus some office yoga stretching that the women at the brunch could do with you? How can you get out in front of more people in person and build connection so that they sign up to your mailing list? I remember a former client of mine, she's just a colossal superstar. Hello, Selena, superstar. She did I think it was, I can't remember, actually I won't name names, but it was for a significant yoga apparel brand. She did a free class for them. I don't know, Selena, if it was like Glow Yoga. I can't remember off the top of my head, but she's a DJ. The sound would have been amazing. All of those good things. And I think she had like 100 people around a fountain somewhere in Canada. Huge success. And then she had helpers, keeping it old school. I love this. She had a bunch of helpers running around after the class, making sure that everybody signed up to her mailing list. So this begs the question, okay, so they're there, they've met you, they like you, but what's going to compel them to actually sign up? Well, if you're teaching an in-person class, one way that it will attract people to sign up to your mailing list is to say at the end of the class, hey folks, I really love being here with you today. I hope you enjoyed the asana. If you would like me to send the notes and the playlist from the class today, just sign up to my mailing list here on the front on a clipboard or my iPad or however you're collecting data, and I'll send it to you tonight. That's a great way. You could also offer some kind of a freebie. If you did a yoga nidra as a part of your free class or as a part of your in-store demonstration or whatever, send them a recording. Hot tip, voice memo that thing while you're doing it in the class and just send them that MP3 after the fact. So you don't have to go make something new. You can get fancy and put some music on it or some like or whatever, but you don't have to. You can just send them the voice recording. They liked it in the room. Why wouldn't they like that version at home? You could try that. If you have a vendor table like Susan, she's great at this. You can have a prize. Go in the draw to win a private yoga session with me. Everybody who enters the draw will also be added to my mailing list to receive free updates and news about my upcoming yoga offerings. Prize draw. I think they're the and you can also just say, I've had a great time with you here, folks. I teach in whatever your town. I teach in Castlemaine irregularly. If you want to keep in contact with me, I've got a list up the front. I mean, I know I've signed up to, I think that's how I signed up to Ross Rayburn's mailing list. I mean, he's a fairly famous yoga celebrity. And at the end of a workshop, he didn't even have a clipboard. He just had a piece of paper saying, you want to go on my newsletter? It's here. I think Desiree Rombard did the same as well. So it doesn't have to be fancy. If people like you and they connect, if you build rapport during that in-person time, they are so much more likely to want to hear from you again. And Katie, this is an extra little hack for you, a little bit more advanced, but an email marketing hack. This is like dating. Right. This is like, this is, I can't help, you know, folks, if you watch these all the time, you know that Amy cannot make a yoga business training complete without some kind of dating analogy. Here it is. You're getting it now. Tuesday morning. Here's Amy's dating analogy. You know, when you first like connect with someone dating wise and like everything they send you is awesome. Oh my God. Smiling emoji. Like everything you say is amazing. You're so funny. You're so funny. That's how people feel about you when they first meet you in person at your yoga thing. They will be opening everything you are sending them because they think you're it. And then a little ways down the line and, you know, you've had some more dates and it's kind of like, yeah, I'll get to that later. You're cute, but, you know, I got something else on the boil. Do you know what I mean? That wasn't dating necessarily, just like busy life. So once someone does sign up to your mailing list, they are never going to be more interested in hearing from you than they are at that moment. What that means is that is the time to be sending them more email, and that looks like an onboarding sequence and a sales funnel. Go back, find my vlogs on my website, amymcdonald.com.au/videos. Go binge them, or my YouTube channel, Abundant Yoga Teachers. heaps more training over there. I'm not going to go into that yet, but just remember, just like when you first start dating someone and you think like, I don't know, like their bad breath is sexy, like everything they do is amazing. That's how people feel about you when they first sign up to your mailing list. If they've had a great experience with you when they met you the first time, take advantage of that for their sake and yours by emailing them more often at the start, because they want to hear from you. They're into what you have to offer, and they're much more likely to sign up for something at that point. Jennifer, hey Jennifer, and Caroline's here as well. Hey ladies. Any questions as we go along, folks? Just type them in. These are better when they're interactive. So hit me up with any comments. And like I was saying at the beginning, if you have it, I'm going to be doing this all week. So if there is a topic that would be valuable to you, please go ahead and type it in here, because I'd love to hear from you. And I really want to make sure that everything that I do share is going to be in service to you in growing your yoga business. This topic, how to grow your yoga mailing list, is courtesy of Katie Beach. Awesome. Thanks, Katie. Okay, so getting out in front of people is the biggest, most important thing that you can do. And if you can schedule that or make it a priority in your business so that you have a minimum number of times that you're going to do that regularly, then your business will continue to grow. So that might look like you commit to doing something in person once a month, or you commit to doing something in person twice a month. That might be a free community class and talking at a women's breakfast. Or that might be a free lunchtime yoga class for the teachers at your kids' school and chatting about your new workshop coming up at your book club, for example. Or that might be I don't know, could you do like a talk on yoga at your local library and they have a display of all of the yoga library books? Hellbent. If you haven't read it, Hellbent. That's all I'm going to say about that. Could you try that? Could you guest appear? Could you be Heather Locklear at someone else's event? That was a 90s pop culture gag. Could you be the yoga person who comes to talk at the health supplement store? Or could you be the yoga teacher who goes to do a presentation at your chiropractic clinic? So think about how can you be regularly getting in front of people so that they love you, the right people love you. Everyone else is going to swipe the other way, and that's good. We're not in the business of coercing anybody to take our yoga classes, right? That's icky and yuck. If you ever feel weird about sales, it's because we've got into that territory. We're only about serving the people who love what we have. That's what makes it feel good to everybody. Getting in front of people regularly is really going to help you grow the mailing list with remember these three things: the people who are interested in what you're about, who are near or able to get to where it is you offer your stuff, and who are interested and engage with the content that you email them. Now, like I said at the beginning, I have just a couple of additional hacks as a way of more passively building your mailing list. The first one is so simple, and this one works for me. Like my yoga mailing list, folks, I got to tell you, the people who are on my, come to my yoga classes mailing list, it's like less than 100 of them. Really, it's not a big mailing list. But that's okay, I don't teach a whole lot of classes. But the way that most of them get onto that list is at the bottom of my page where all of my class information is. There's like a sign up to get updates about my upcoming classes. First name, last name, email address. And I'll get 1 or 2 of those a month. And I don't offer classes regularly. In fact, I really don't. I might offer like 3 rounds of classes a year. But enough people hit that page so that they can check it out, and they can't come to this thing, but they're interested, so they sign up and might come to the next thing. And I know a bunch of you are on it. Don't think I don't notice. I check that. Actually, maybe I'll just share the link quickly. Anyone got any questions on anything I've said so far? Type it into the box while I pull up this link. Clackety clack. Keyboard. So you can see exactly what I'm talking about. She says. So it's nothing fancy. It's just a block. In fact, yeah, here it is. If you want to take a look. And this is the way that, Katie, this is the way that I get most of the people signing up to my email yoga newsletter, just because they happen to come onto that page and they can't come to the thing and they want to know what else they can get to. They're kind of snoopy and they just want to know what my emails look like. Karen, I saw you sign up last week, or they're coming and they also want to get on the newsletter. So definitely, and you can do this if all you offer in your business is yoga classes, one-to-ones, workshops, retreats, etc. You can have a sign-up block like on my website, on every page of your website. In the footer of every page of your website, you could have that sign-up block. So there's one really easy way. Another one, put it in your email footer. Stay up to date with my yoga offerings, sign up to my newsletter, click. It takes them over to the, for example, opt-in page that MailChimp automatically makes. You can make it look sexier if you want to, but the default one is okay. And they can sign up that way. And then the last one, Katie, is you have that MailChimp or whatever CRM you use, you have that sign up page as your Instagram hyperlink. Obviously, if you're selling something else actively, you would want to have that link for Instagram. But if you're not actively selling anything, you could just have it as part of your bio. Sign up to receive newsletters and updates, insert your MailChimp or other CRM email sign up link. So there you have it. But the biggest thing I would suggest is getting out in front of people more often. Be consistent with it. Choose things that feel good to you. You know, if teaching on the grand stage isn't for you, or talking to small groups isn't for you, or you don't like standing behind a table with a huge big pull-up sign with your face on it, you don't have to. You know, you get to, I've got to say this the right way. I can't say it the right way. It's Amy. I can't do it. Fat Club. What do you call it? Like Weight Watchers or Trim Down, or we call it Fat Club. Where I live, we call it Fat Club. But essentially, you know, the supportive group of people who get together to support each other on their weight loss journey. That's a great place. Can you go talk to them? Hey, this is yoga. I've got a beginner series coming up. Or would you like to join my newsletter? Like, there are all sorts of groups that are looking for people to come talk to them. So don't feel like you're being pushy. People are looking for guests. You know, and as far as getting in front of people and talking about people, when was the last time that when someone asked you, what do you do? And you said something like, oh, you know, I'm a mom, I teach a bit of yoga. Like, back yourself. Have more informal conversations. Talk to your barista. Hey, I'm a yoga teacher. I've got some workshops coming up. I could totally send you some information if you like. They get to say no. You get to not take it personally. But when you're interacting with people, there's also a beautiful opportunity to be talking about what it is that you do, so that they may like to sign up and join your mailing list and come to something in the future. The Channel Islands is here. Hey, Jan. Weight Watchers, says Carolyn. Thanks, Carolyn. I think there are other brands as well. I'm not endorsing one weight loss support company over any others, but yes, that's far more eloquent, Carolyn. Thank you so much. Okay, folks, there you have it. Thanks, Katie Beach, for a great topic for today, how to grow your yoga mailing list. Let me just do a quick recap. You want to make sure that the people that are joining your list are actually the right people. Those 3 points, remember, they're interested in what you're about, they're able to get to where you offer your stuff, and they're going to interact with your content. If they aren't fulfilling those 3 criteria and you are looking to get them onto your mailing list, you are doing work in expending energy in your business that would be better spent elsewhere. Remember, we're always looking for how can I be in deepest service while calling in the most easy and available abundance. Like, go with the money in a way that feels good. If you make some like amazing 12-minute guided visualization with all the angels and everything in the background, and you put it up on Instagram, and you get people from like all over the world signing up to your mailing list because they want your free thing, but you only teach in your tiny little town and no one on your mailing list lives like within 100 kilometers of your town, that is a massive waste of your time. Okay, so just having people on your mailing list in and of itself doesn't build your business. They've got to be those 3 things. The best way to get those people who fulfill those 3 criteria onto your mailing list is to get out and talk to people. Be you, be authentic. The people who are going to love your classes are going to enjoy your energy. Let's face it, we could go anywhere to take a yoga class, or we could just stay home. I could have Jason Crandall in my living room as soon as I get off this Facebook Live if I wanted to, for $20 a month. Do you know what I mean? So, but the reason that people are going to come to your classes is because of you, because of your energy. And no matter how great you are at writing copy, no matter how much you've studied email marketing like I have, you still can't be as you in the written word as you can in person. So get in front of people, folks. That's the best way. And then have some kind of reason for people to actually sign up to your mailing list once you meet them in person. I've gone through those. Then some hacks. Use your email footer, have a sign up block on the bottom of your website, and use it in your Instagram bio link if you're not selling anything else. I hope that's been super useful. Sophie's here. Makes me realize how much sorting out I have to do. Thank you. Awesome, Sophie. You got this. You don't have to do it all at once, though. Remember, you get to, it's crummer, right? It's the incremental building of instructions. This step, then this step. Turn your right foot out, bend your right knee to a square. You know, like look over your right second finger. You get to go at your own pace. Great. Okay, Yogi Superstar, let me ask you a question. Have you registered yourself yet for retreat? Back in Thailand in January 2019 for the Abundant Yoga Teacher Retreat. Think business, training, yoga, amazing new friends, killer food, beautiful place to stay, lots of time to work on your business, rest, relax. Have a great time. Come, register. Here's the link.